When you have enough motion, some systems stop applying to you. See, in no reality but ours does it make sense that the sidemen get to play at Wembley Stadium. There are hierarchies in football, right? There are academy players that have been playing football since 5 years old that will never play in Wembley. There are people all over the world that have dedicated their lives to being footballers. They will never play in Wembley. However, the sidemen and a bunch of streamers get to go to Wembley. People who didn't know what the sport was a year ago, 2 years ago, are getting to play in one of the most historic grounds in football. Today we're talking about leveraging the creative economy. You see, contrary to popular belief, stadiums are very bad investments. It looks very cool, to have all these facilities, to have all this capability. But a stadium, an arena, a theater is a very complex building. It's an architectural masterpiece. Every building is unique. It's tailor-made. There are cables and pipes that go in all kinds of places. There's all kinds of tech that you need. And that chows electricity. That chows water. It chows a ridiculous amount in maintenance and upkeep. Think about the grass. Think about some arenas where you have to switch out the floors so that the hockey team can come, so that the singer can come next week, so that the corporate expo can come next month. These are incredibly versatile buildings, and they have to be. It's part of the business model. Think about how often your home team of your favorite sport plays at that stadium. Is that enough to pay bills? To understand, no team is bigger than their stadium. Do you think these companies, with all their pride, with all their prestige, do you think they want to sell space on their jerseys for some label, for some sponsor? Do you think we want to look like NASCARs? Do you think people want to sell stadium naming rights so that every time you Google the stadium, you see someone else's brand? You see, one sport and its fan base can only do so much. That's why these stadiums have to do 5 things. We have to do events, we have to do concert, we have to do 4 different sports. It's billions to build these buildings, dog. It's so expensive to maintain these. So now back to the sidemen. Let's ask ourselves logically, how do the sidemen play in Wembley when there's all these other talented youths, when there's all these other great players? Why are these guys able to just swoop in and say, hey guys, we're going to be playing at Wembley Stadium? This goes back to what we were previously talking about in the last video, about how creativity is about having the will to keep going. It's been a decade of crossbar challenges, sidemen Sundays, free kick challenges, of FIFA and football integrations, bro, of pink slips. Went from Oaks just recording what they do in their garden at their local football field. It went from just people collaborating with their friends to being able to go international with their content, to bring collaborators from different regions into a bigger market. And in 2015, sponsorship starts calling. EE and Wembley Stadium are like, yo, Spencer FC, you've got vision, let's cook. Then we blessed us with the first YouTuber charity match. And since then, each iteration has just gotten more and more investment, more and more impact. So you see, as much as the system of the hierarchy in football tried to keep them out in some sense, in the sense that there's a skill barrier, they have enough motion to say, doesn't matter, bro. Can these players pull in the audiences? We can. You see, lads, as a creative, I'm not saying you must have an ego. I'm just saying you must have a vision, because your motion is greater than you believe it is. You're a tastemaker, you're a culture, you are something that people see constantly. Whether they like you or not, they see you. They must hear you. So you have a voice, brother. And with that platform comes a choice. What do you want to use that platform for? Are you just going to push the corporation's products? Are you going to put local brands on? Are you going to build businesses with your colleagues, with your friends? Are you going to put your community on? Are you going to give back? Are you going to create systems of thought that impact people? It's a choice. It's a question. So let's pull it back to the stadiums real quick. These guys need you. You know what I'm saying? Not really the other way around. They're the ones who have already put the concrete on the ground. They've built the building. They've got the bills. They need external people to come in and make a moment. You know what I'm saying? They need the Caspania vests. They need the Scorpion Kings. They need all these corporate expos I remember some time ago, there were people that were upset over the NBA commissioner's comments when he said that the NBA was a highlights league. But it has to be. It's a sport, you know? How many people actually watch a game of sports? Whatever sport it is, tennis, ballet, whatever. How many people actually watch it from beginning to end? Exactly, bro. That's why we need highlights, because highlights allow you to create narratives. Narratives allow you to create feelings. Oh, Ronaldo is the GOAT because 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There are images in your head that you're flashing back to. There are some shots that I can show you and people know them, because those were not just moments in a game. Those were images that were captured and replicated. Posters were created. Edits were made. Highlight compilations were created. Like, you just gotta ask yourself, what's more likely to convince someone who doesn't follow a sport to follow that sport? The average everyday play, or an ideal?